Hi, I'm Mariah, and this is my Anatomy of a Scene breakdown of The Sunken Place from Get Out, directed by Jordan Peele. In this sequence, Chris undergoes hypnosis with Missy, and Peele uses cinematography and sound to show his psychological descent and loss of control. These techniques, visually and sonically, represent the horror of being trapped inside your own mind. For context, this scene happens early in the film when Chris and his girlfriend Rose are visiting her parents for the weekend. After dinner, Rose's mother, Missy, invites Chris to talk in her office and begins to hypnotize him. What seems like a simple therapy session quickly becomes terrifying as Chris realizes he cannot move or speak. I'm going to allow you to watch the film and then we'll talk about it.
Tell me when you found it. Come here, Chris. Look at me.
Found it.
Where was your mom?
She was coming home. She wasn't home.
From work? And what did you do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I just sat there.
You didn't call anyone?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I just thought that if I did, it'd make it real.
You're so scared. You think it was your fault? How do you feel now?
I can't move.
You can't move.
Why can't I move?
You're paralyzed. Just like that day when you did nothing. You did nothing. Now, sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink. Now you're in the sunken place.
Wow, what an amazing scene. Let's dive in with cinematography. At the beginning, Peele uses a medium close-up on Chris, framed directly in the center. The still camera and intimate framing make us focus on his emotions and body language. But as Missy's voice deepens, the camera slowly begins to dolly in, bringing us closer until it feels like we're being drawn into the hypnosis too. When Chris starts to lose control, the camera tilts upwards and then flips perspective as his younger self sinks backward into the bed. This disorienting motion mirrors his consciousness slipping away from his body, emphasizing his loss of control as he descends into the sunken place. The cinematography becomes surreal when we see him floating in a vast black space, framed as a tiny figure surrounded by emptiness. The deep contrast between his illuminated face and the pitch black background shows total isolation and loss of agency. This framing visually captures what it feels like to be silenced and invisible. Now that we talked over the cinematography, sound design plays an equally important role in this scene. At first, we hear only diegetic sounds, the soft clink of Missy's spoon against the teacup, the faint creak of the chair and Chris's breathing. These small, realistic sounds make the space feel intimate and grounded. As the hypnosis begins, the spoon stirring becomes rhythmic and hypnotic. The repetition is both calming and unnerving, symbolizing Missy's control. Peele uses sound repetition here to draw both Chris and the audience into a trance. When Chris falls into the sunken place, the sound suddenly cuts out, almost complete silence. The absence of sound here is powerful. It mimics the shock of being trapped and cut off from the world. Then, Missy's voice returns as an echoing, non-diegetic sound. The echo creates a feeling of separation, as if her voice exists in another dimension while Chris drifts helplessly below. The transition from normal, realistic sound to echoing silence captures the emotional horror of losing one's autonomy. By combining these elements of cinematography and sound, Jordan Peele transforms a simple conversation into one of the most chilling moments in modern horror. The camera movement, lighting, and framing visually shows Chris's descent into powerlessness, while the sound design, from rhythmic spoon taps to total silence, immerses us in his experience of being trapped. Together, these techniques make The Sunken Place more than a hypnosis scene. It's a visual and sonic metaphor for loss of control and the suppression of identity, themes that run throughout Get Out. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching my breakdown of The Sunken Place.